Hey, Rody.
All right, so today while I work on this machine, nothing spectacular. We're gonna change some of these tines out. They're hollow tines. They plug holes in turf so that they can be aerated. So while I'm doing this, I'm gonna explain, in my opinion, the 5 main reasons that you should open your own business. The number 5 would be to step out of your comfort zone. Start doing new things and learning new skills. Because if you're constantly comfortable, you're never gonna grow. Because with risk comes reward. So if you never risk, you never get rewarded. Running your own business, you're gonna learn a lot of different skills, which is gonna make you a more efficient money maker. Because all those skills add up in life. The more you know, the less bullshit you gotta take. In between talking, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. I got some bolt extraction to do. I got a broken 16 millimeter and a couple, I don't know, I don't even know what those are, 5 millimeter or something like that. Number 4, become an expert in some sort of a trade. Find something you're really good at, you really love to do, and get extremely good at it. And once you become an expert, you can charge extremely well for it. If you love what you do, you'll work 10 hours at it a day and it won't feel like you're working. I've been doing this shit since I was a little kid and I love to do it. That's why I'm doing it all the time. There's a difference when you have to go to work and do something you hate compared to something you love. So number 3 is people you like to work with and people you don't like to work with. In some of the jobs that I used to work in, there were a lot of people that were just miserable and they didn't want to be there, and they made my life miserable in return. And you're pretty much stuck with them because a lot of those people stay in those jobs for decades and they never leave, and they're just miserable the whole time. That's one side of it. And the other side of it is you can work with whoever you choose. You're not forced to work with anybody, so you can choose the right people to work with, which makes your life and your job a hell of a lot better. I've welded a little tip on this thing, and I have this right here, and I was heating it up with my torch. This bolt does not want to come out. All right, I might have to weld something to it to see if I can pull it out, but it doesn't feel like it wants to come out. I don't really want to have to cut into this with the torch. I can try to just auger the bolt out, but then you're gonna have all that slag in there, which is gonna be a pain in the ass. See what we can do. So I got this. I'm gonna see if I can weld this onto the nut. It might work. All right, so I welded this onto the piece that I basically butt welded a bunch of steel and then welded this onto it. Now I'm gonna try to hit this. Number 2, financial responsibility. And you notice I didn't say financial freedom, I said financial responsibility. Really, I don't think it's about freedom. It's not about spending where you want. It's about knowing what you need to do to make things work. What money needs to be saved, what money can be spent, what needs to be left in reserve for taxes, what needs to be left in reserve for parts, how to speak to people about money, upfront costs. It should be a course in every school. Making sure you have enough money to maintain your service truck, making sure you have enough money to maintain your tools, how to deal with catastrophe when something happens that you're not expecting. And once you learn that, life gets a little bit easier. You're able to deal with tragedy a little bit easier. Oh yeah, buddy. All right, it's coming loose. At least I think it's coming loose. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. There it is. There's the end of it. And the number 1 reason why you need to start your business today, that all of these things boil down to, is freedom. Freedom to make your own schedule, freedom to live the life that you choose to live, freedom to work the way you want to work without anyone telling you how to do it, freedom to use your time as you see fit. It's a right. It's a God-given right. No other person should ever tell you how to live. You still are a slave to the business, okay? You're still going to be working all the time. But when you own your own business and you work for yourself, it doesn't feel like you're a prisoner. You make your own schedule. You work for the people you want to work with. You work with the people you want to work with. You're free to pay yourself however you see fit. And it really comes down to just living a life that you want to live. And when you do something that you enjoy, it doesn't feel like you're in prison. So that's my best advice to you. Don't wait. The longer you wait, the longer it takes. I'd say it usually takes about 2 years. After about 2 years, you get your name out there and you'll be able to get a client base. You can make it happen a lot sooner also, but it took me about 2 years. After about 2 years, I had enough clients and enough people that knew my name that I was financially capable of just working on my business. I want to say thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Give me a comment if you like what we do, or even if you don't like what we do. Even if you hate our guts, give us a comment. We'll respond to you. Do what you got to do. Start stepping up.